Hello friends and potential friends. Just wanted to give you a quick update in the lab. Finally getting the lab going again after my absence this summer. So figured I'd give you a little rundown on what we have going in here. Back in the back corner you can see the last celery that I ate. You may or may not be able to see that it's growing a few roots already. Then we have some collards. Got 5 sprouts in here, and I've already got about a dozen planted outside. These cups here and these cups here are garlic, which, if all goes well, you'll see in a future video. You'll probably see them even if it doesn't go well. These 2 twigs you see back here are cuttings I took off of a mulberry bush. We have a mulberry in the backyard next door. Been there forever. It's completely covered by other trees, so it hardly gets any sunlight. So I figured I'd take some cuttings and see if I could get them to sprout so I can move them to some place where they'll have a better chance of surviving. And we have 3 pots here that contain turmeric root. You may have seen my ginger and turmeric harvest, so-called harvest. Well, I put a few of the turmerics in here to keep them in the lab over the winter. Next door to that you see 3 cuttings from my rosemary bush. These are growing well. May start trying to shape them a little bit here before too long. Then we have a couple of my ginger plants that I brought in from outside, and 3 pots of basil. Just standard sweet basil. Has a story behind it. When I started my first garden, close to 5 years ago, I guess it's been now. One of the first things I planted was my, who was it? Simon and Garfunkel, I think. Did parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Well, I didn't have any thyme seeds, so I planted basil instead. As it turned out, the basil was the only thing that came up, and this is the same basil. Every fall I take a few cuttings off of the plant and bring them in here for the winter, put them back outside in the spring, and they just keep on growing. So these guys basically are one 5-year-old basil bush. And then I have a row here of sugar cane. As you can see, I have 1 sprouted here. You may be able to see a sprout down there, and so far none of the rest of them have started doing anything. I don't have a cane press, so basically when I cut down my sugar cane, I just cut it up and plant it again. One of these days I may rectify that. But just wanted to give you a quick overview. As you can see, I've still got a little bit of space left in here, so I'll no doubt be either starting new things or bringing new things in from time to time this winter. Here in Central Florida, it's starting to get what we call winter. I think it's in the 50s today. Quick update. We'll see you on the next one.